Hey all, it's Paul in the Touch from Nomadic-AF, and today we're going to talk about this ridiculous TikTok trend that these influencers are trying to pretend is a travel hack, and it's really not.
It's
It's definitely not.
I'm here at Jacksonville International Airport testing the airport theory. That is the theory that you can get from the entrance, your drop off, to your gate within 15 minutes. All right, airport theory. Again, Nashville, I just dropped off the rental car, started a timer, see how long it takes me to get to my gate.
It's called airport theory, and there's no theory involved whatsoever. It is absolutely ridiculous, and it's screwing a lot of people over. So these travel influencers, this keyword, this travel theory, this keyword is trending. So they're making videos.
Yeah, it's a TikTok thing right now.
Yeah, they're making videos pretending like it's okay to do it. And they're doing this for views, they're doing this for money. And when they do it, and you follow their advice, it is screwing you over royally.
Yeah.
So whenever you see TikTok people talking about airport theories and all this nonsense, just know they are not doing this for you. They're doing this for them.
Yeah.
And
they're making money off of it, and you're getting screwed.
Yeah.
So what is airport theory? Well, airport theory is this theory.
Conspiracy theory.
It's a conspiracy theory that airlines are only making you show up 2 hours before your flight so that they can, for whatever reason, some people think it's so that you can spend more money in the airport lounge or this or that or the other, but in reality, so they're just saying, instead of showing up 2 hours before your flight, like,
oh no, gracias,
no,
amigo, gracias.
So what they're saying is, instead of showing up 2 hours before your flight, they're saying show up 20 minutes before your flight and it'll be totally fine. There's no issues at all.
And it's ridiculous, because what they're doing, they're creating all these videos where they say, I only show up 20 minutes before a flight. Every flight, I fly 3 times a week for years. I only show up to the airport 20 minutes before the flight, and I've never missed a flight.
Yeah, they'll have pictures of them doing their
Yeah,
hair,
yeah.
you know, an hour before their flight.
At home.
I'm a big believer in airport theory and that everybody gets there way too early. I literally want to get into the airport, walk into the terminal, walk straight through security, go to my gate, and not stop walking until I'm on the plane. That is the timing that I want to have. So I have a flight today. It's at 8:45. I board at 8:20. It's currently 7:10 on the dot. 7:10. And I'm gonna dry my hair, curl my hair, and we're gonna get to the airport.
Yeah, and be like, oh, my boyfriend couldn't drive me, so now I gotta rent a car. Like, what?
Yeah, and I'm telling you now, it's all bullshit, because they are just trying to get views, because views equal dollars.
Yeah.
So they would be willing to screw you over to promote this theory that they're lying about.
So think twice about that if your favorite travel influencer is doing stuff like this, because they do not have your best interest at heart.
Not at all. The thing they were wanting to say is, not only will you spend more money, but if you show up late, they're thinking, oh, well, they'll escort you to the front of the line. They'll escort you through security.
You get all these perks.
You get all these perks, like, oh, well, coach all filled up because these idiots showed up so early, so they're going to bump me up to first. I mean, these travel influencers are delusional.
Yeah.
And
What a lot of people don't realize too is the people that check you in and stuff are the flight attendants.
Yes, they know who you are.
They know who you are, and they're not going to be happy with you.
No. So for anyone that has traveled at all, you should know this is bullshit, because 20 minutes, showing up at the airport 20 minutes before your flight leaves, by that time, the doors are shut on the airplane. The airplane boards 30 minutes before it takes off.
Yeah.
And these people aren't even in the airport yet.
Yeah.
And they're going to get through ticketing, checking their baggage, security, getting to their gate, maybe taking a train or a bus to the gate.
Yeah.
All in 20 minutes.
Yeah.
I mean, it's so outlandish, and they will look you straight in the eye and swear they've done it 100 times.
I saw one where the guy was like, oh, I just got to get on this tram to my gate, and that'll be 30 seconds. What? No.
No.
You're going to be waiting for the tram for at least 4 or 5 minutes.
Yeah.
If that.
There are all these videos of TikTokers proving this works, right? They'll show a video of themselves in the airport, and they'll say, okay, I just got here and there's 20 minutes to my flight, you know what I mean? I'm walking in the door. And then they'll show a video of like an empty ticketing line or an empty security line or whatever. Well, yeah, well, no shit, that happens all the time. I mean, if an airline doesn't have a flight in a couple hours, it's closed. There's nobody in line, right?
Yeah.
And then you pan over here, which they don't, and there's 500 people in line for the next flight on that airline.
Yeah.
So,
they make
yeah.
it look ridiculous.
Yeah,
And there are some less nefarious people who do try to do this, and they do. They make it through all this stuff within 10, 15 minutes.
check-in and baggage and
Yeah.
security, and that
And
happens.
It does happen. It's happened to me. It's happened to you, but it's not the norm for sure. And you should definitely not just show up 20 minutes
No.
before your plane takes off.
Right. So these less nefarious TikTokers, they're saying, is this true? So they'll get there at a decent hour, 2 hours before, an hour before, and they'll show themselves like, holy crap, I did get through in 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you did that time. I mean,
That
that's
time,
not
yeah.
the norm.
That could be smaller airports. That could just be
off timing.
Off times. Yeah.
But there are more nefarious TikTokers and travel influencers who say this hack works all the time, and they'll like put a stopwatch up on their video, and they're like,
I keep saying things about airport theory. I don't know about airport theory, I just know this is how I live my life. So it's 9:35 and I still have to check a bag, so we'll see. 9:39, we've already checked our bags. It's 9:43, we are through security, walking to the gate. 9:51, we're at the gate.
okay, let's time this. Like, I'm
Yeah.
walking in the door. Well, you don't know
That's
when they...
editing.
That's just editing.
Yeah.
I mean, a TikTok video is 3 minutes, and they're editing out them waiting the whole time, but trying to prove to you they can do this. And
Yeah.
some of them will look at their... First of all, every one of these influencers has a watch, and I've never seen anybody wearing a watch. Like,
Yeah, that's
what do you-
ridiculous.
So they're like, okay, look, it's this time, and I've made it through here in 5 minutes, and I made it through here, and I went and got coffee, and I showed up 20, and they're lying.
Yeah. I
It's-
saw one. She was like, "We pre-checked. That's 22 seconds." And you're
Yeah.
like, what?
No, it never works that way. Never.
No. Yeah, so a lot of these TikTokers are doing all these deceptive editing things to make airport theory look legit, when in reality they're just doing it for views, and you are the one getting screwed over.
Yeah, majorly screwed. Like, I just can't imagine wanting to get the views and making somebody miss their flight because of it. Because if you show up, if you follow this airport theory and you really think all you need is 20 minutes,
Yeah.
sometimes that happens. But if you get there 20 minutes before your flight, you're missing your flight. There's no,
Yeah.
I mean, so what if it takes 20 minutes to get through everything?
Yeah.
They close the boarding doors 30 minutes before the flight leaves.
Yeah, and they're not reopening them for you.
Boarding was at 8:42. I got here at 8:50. And you're lovely. Great, ready customer service.
Your name! I'm gonna call 911.
I called them for you already. You don't have to call. And I,
There's no, they would never reopen those doors unless
You're
there's
gonna
an-
miss your big event. You're gonna miss whatever.
Just
you're
like we'll
gonna-
show these videos, this girl missing a wedding.
Yeah.
You know, she was in the wedding, and she made this video like, "Oh, I'm gonna try this," showing, like that is
Why?
delusional thinking.
Yeah. So there are real world people doing it, and they are getting screwed because of these TikTok
Yeah.
influencers that are purporting airport theory.
Yep. So the influencers are faking it. They're making deceptive videos. People are believing it and trying it also, and they are missing their
And they're
flights.
failing, yeah.
So while the TikTok influencer, travel influencers, sitting on their plane, smugly smiling and saying, "Oh, I left the house an hour ago," that's bull. That's just deceptive editing. These people crying in these videos
Yeah.
and screaming at the gate agents because they missed their flight based on their own stupidity. That's what's going to happen.
Yep.
So
That's the reality.
anytime a travel influencer, God, it scared me
That
to
scared
death.
me, yeah.
Anytime a travel influencer tells you something like this, you
Be
can't believe them.
wary,
They're
yeah.
just in it for the views. So be
Yeah.
careful. This airport theory is bunk, like every other conspiracy theory. It's just nonsense.
Yeah. Get there 2 hours before, like they want you to, and take a book.
Yes, the end. All right. Good travels. Peace.
Bye.